Riding into the future comes with fine print. We wanted to sort out what's legal and what's not for a mode of transportation that's gaining some traction. We're talking e-bikes and mopeds. Let's welcome back Mike Seekings, Charleston councilman representing the city's 8th district. Glad to have you back with us.
Happy to be here.
You know, let's just hop on and take a ride. So what exactly is an e-bike versus a moped versus a motorcycle?
Well, that is really the question, right? And that's one of the things we're trying to sort out. When it comes to our streets, our roads, and our sidewalks, what we want to do in the city of Charleston, I think really in this region, is to make sure they're as safe as they can possibly be. Right. And as you've seen, the proliferation of and modernization of two-wheeled transport, meaning e-bikes, mopeds, sort of mini motor scooters. Yeah. Trying to actually figure out what an e-bike is the first thing we've got to do, because we don't really have a definition of it. Because
back in the day, they did have these motorized bicycles that you pedal and then it kind of propels itself, but you have to pedal it in order for it to work.
Right. And before they became known as e-bikes, we'd call them pedal assist bikes.
There you go, yeah.
So now I think e-bikes have just taken a much larger category of vehicles that are out there. Anything from something like a pedal assist, which has basically a governor on it, to some of these e-bikes that go 30, 35 miles an hour. And you know, when you put something going that fast on a sidewalk where you and I walk at about 3 to 4 miles an hour, something's got to give. So it's not that we're trying to get in the middle of something we shouldn't. We really just need to let people know what's good, what's expected, and how they're going to operate.
Well, it's not just the safety of the other pedestrians, but even for the oftentimes kids who are riding these e-bikes. And that's an issue, because you don't need a license for it like you do a car or even a golf cart, right?
That's right.
And so they're getting on the backs of these bikes, lots of fun. It'll get you from point A to point B a lot faster than if you pedaled a traditional bike, but this can cause issues for kids.
They are a lot of fun. Most of them are two wheels. I see many of them going by on one wheel, if you know what I'm saying. So again, just having some common sense rules and regulations that are enforceable and can be enforced and can be understood, that our police team will get out into the community and educate people about. That's our goal. And I will tell you, I've been doing this now for a long time, 17 years on city council, and this is an issue that has really garnered a lot of public comment in my inbox, my texts, in my ear. So really tells me the community is looking for us to do something, and we are going to.
So what are some of the rules? What are some of the laws about this? Is it just handled, is it like right now as a normal bike that I didn't even know you could ride a bike on a sidewalk. I thought bikes had to be in the street.
Well, you can't, with some exceptions in the city. We don't have a definition of e-bikes, so we got to start there, right? 750 watts, less than 1 horsepower seems to be the common thread that goes across the regulations out there in the state. So we'll probably start there. Some speed limits that are probably not enforceable. But right now, a bicycle really is expected to follow the same rules of the road as anybody else using the road, like a car. Stop at stop signs, do not operate on a sidewalk, stop at a red light, all those things. That's an enforcement and common sense question. E-bikes just haven't fit into a slot yet, so we're going to define them. We're going to define where it should be, we're going to educate people, and we're going to enforce it.
And when we talk about difference between e-bikes and mopeds, for instance, when I think of a moped, I'm thinking of Vespa. Right? So you get on the back of it, you're on the road, you're in a lane.
That's correct.
So it's treated like a motorcycle.
It's treated like a motorized vehicle that has to be licensed.
That has to be licensed,
and state law applies to that. We're sort of in that zone where there's not a state law and regulation in place, although there is a definition. And some of our friends around the region have given it a shot. Our friends in Mount Pleasant have adopted an ordinance. I'm really a fan of place, not person. It's really hard to enforce some of the people type requirements like age, right? I mean, how do we know how old someone is?
So you were mentioning Mount Pleasant has already brought attention to this. So what about the other municipalities like IOP or?
It's a mixed bag. There hasn't been really anybody that I think has successfully codified something that people can understand and we can enforce. So we're going to try to be the leaders there. We've gotten some buy-in from internally from staff, I believe we've got the political will to do it. But in the end, please, common sense on the gifting parenting side, common sense operation, just be safe.
Yeah, I know you have an open suggestion box all the time.
Always.
So anybody who has something to say about this, where should they go to drop that little
Well,
note?
all of us on City Council are available. We've got City Council emails. People know
Okay.
where to find me, commenting as we go through.
What is the projection? When do you think we'll start showing up stuff on the law books?
I think that we'll have something in place in the city by the end of March, beginning of April, just based on our meeting times. We've
okay.
already directed our staff to put together an ordinance.
Thank you so much, Councilman Seeking. It's great to have you with
Always a
us.
pleasure to be here.
We'll be back after this.